However, this process is not always easy. Change, especially at a deep level, requires persistence and patience. It's easy to fall back into old habits, especially when life gets challenging or when we encounter setbacks. But the key is not to judge ourselves for these moments of weakness. Instead, we must approach ourselves with compassion and understanding. The fact that we are aware of our patterns and actively working to change them is a powerful step in the right direction. Every time we make a different choice, no matter how small, we are reinforcing the new reality we want to create. In addition to changing our internal landscape, making different choices also involves changing the way we relate to the world around us. We are constantly interacting with our environment, and the choices we make in our relationships, work, and daily lives have a direct impact on the outcomes we experience. For example, if we want to experience more love and connection in our relationships, we must make the choice to show up as the kind of person who embodies love and connection. This means choosing to be vulnerable, choosing to listen deeply, and choosing to act with kindness and empathy. Similarly, if we want to create abundance in our careers or financial lives, we must make the choice to take inspired action and step into a mindset of possibility. This means releasing any limiting beliefs around money or success and choosing to believe that we are worthy of abundance. It means choosing to show up with confidence and taking action toward our goals, even when the path is unclear or uncertain. In every area of our lives, we have the power to make a different choice, but this power requires us to take responsibility for our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It requires us to let go of the stories we've been telling ourselves about who we are and what is possible. When we stop identifying with our past and start seeing ourselves as the creators of our future, we open the door to infinite possibilities. Another critical aspect of making a different choice is recognizing that our external world is a reflection of our inner world. The people, situations, and circumstances we attract into our lives are mirrors of the energy we are putting out. If we want to experience more joy, peace, and fulfillment, we must begin by cultivating these qualities within ourselves. We must choose to focus on the things that make us feel good, and we must consciously direct our attention away from the things that drain our energy or lower our vibration. The power of choice lies in our ability to choose what we focus on, what we believe, and how we respond to the events of our lives. Every moment presents an opportunity to make a different choice. It may be a choice to think differently, to act differently, or to feel differently. It may be a choice to forgive, to let go, or to embrace change. But whatever the choice, it always leads to a new experience, a new way of being. Over time, as we continue to make different choices, we start to see evidence of our transformation. We begin to notice shifts in our external reality as the people and circumstances around us begin to change in response to our new way of being. The more we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our highest potential, the more we attract opportunities, people, and experiences that match this new frequency. The journey of making a different choice is not always linear. There will be moments of doubt, moments when it feels like nothing is changing, and moments when we question whether we are on the right path. But these moments are not a sign that we should give up. They are simply a part of the process. The key is to stay committed to the vision of who we are becoming, even when the external world has not yet fully reflected it. Trust that every choice, every action, every thought is leading you closer to the life you are creating. As you continue on this journey, remember that making a different choice is not about achieving perfection. It's not about never making mistakes or never falling back into old patterns. It's about creating momentum in the direction of your dreams. It's about choosing, again and again, to align yourself with the highest version of yourself and trusting that, over time, this will become your new reality. In the end, the power to make a different choice lies within you. You are the creator of your reality, and every moment is an opportunity to step into a new version of yourself. The more you practice making different choices, the more you will begin to see the transformation unfold before your eyes. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself. And remember that every choice you make is a step toward the life you truly desire. When we talk about making a different choice, we are speaking about something much more profound than simply choosing between one option or another. We're talking about a shift in how we think, feel, and perceive the world around us. Every moment, every second, we are faced with a multitude of choices. These choices, although seemingly small at times, can have a significant impact on the course of our lives. They can change our relationships, our health, and ultimately our future. But how often do we pause to reflect on these choices? How often do we truly consider the power behind them? In the realm of personal growth, the idea of making a different choice goes beyond surface-level decision-making. It's about understanding that the choices we make are influenced by the thoughts we think and the emotions we feel. These thoughts and emotions are often rooted in our past experiences, memories, and subconscious patterns. As creatures of habit, we tend to repeat the same behaviors over and over again, even when they no longer serve us. We get stuck in cycles, trapped in our own mental and emotional patterns, and this repetition reinforces the very reality we are trying to change. To make a different choice, we must first acknowledge that we have the ability to choose differently. This sounds simple enough, but it requires a deep level of awareness and self-reflection. Most of us are unaware of how much we are influenced by the unconscious mind. We go through life on autopilot, reacting to external circumstances based on how we feel and what we think, without ever questioning whether these reactions are serving our highest good. Our brain is wired to seek familiarity and comfort, which means that we often gravitate toward the same choices that we've always made, even if they no longer bring us joy or fulfillment. Making a different choice begins with understanding that we are not victims of our circumstances. We are not slaves to our past, our environment, or the people around us. We are creators of our reality, and this realization gives us the power to change. The key to unlocking this power lies in our ability to break free from the limitations of our habitual pattern. It's about stepping outside of our comfort zone and choosing a new path, even when it feels uncertain or unfamiliar. The process of making a different choice starts with the decision to become more conscious of our thoughts and emotions. When we consciously observe our thoughts without judgment, we begin to understand how they shape our behavior. Thoughts are energy, and they carry a certain frequency. If we consistently think thoughts of fear, doubt, or worry, we are sending out a frequency that attracts more of the same into our lives. On the other hand, when we choose thoughts of possibility, hope, and gratitude, we align ourselves with a higher frequency, one that can bring us closer to the life we desire. But awareness alone is not enough. It's one thing to realize that our thoughts and emotions are influencing our choices, but it's another thing entirely to take control of them. This is where the real transformation happens. The act of choosing differently requires us to interrupt our automatic responses and create new neural pathways in our brain. It requires us to engage in practices that help us break free from old patterns and reinforce new, more empowering ones. One of the most powerful ways to create lasting change is through the practice of meditation. Meditation allows us to quiet the mind and tap into a deep state of awareness. It gives us the space to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them. In this state of mindfulness, we can make conscious decisions about the thoughts and beliefs we want to cultivate. Over time, as we consistently practice this awareness, we begin to shift the way we think and feel, and as a result, the choices we make start to reflect a higher version of ourselves. When we begin to make different choices, we create new experiences, and these new experiences lead to new emotions, which in turn reinforce new beliefs. This is how change occurs on a neurological level. The more we practice making choices that align with our highest potential, the more our brain rewires itself to support these new ways of thinking and being. The old patterns begin to lose their grip on us, and we start to break free from the limitations of our past.